Hi, today I'll be talking about the brand ambassador. We will cover what is a brand ambassador and branding, who can be a brand ambassador, the pros and cons of a brand ambassador to companies. So, what is a brand ambassador? A brand ambassador is someone who can represent and advertise a company, supports its offers, and act as the embodiment of the company's corporate identity through words and action. And the brand ambassadors are experts when it comes to talking about the brand, whether it was online or offline. So, first of all, let's know more about branding itself. We know that in order to have a brand, you need to create this brand with certain things. First is the brand identity. The brand identity is the name, the symbol, the design, anything that will identify the product. So, whenever you see it, it will immediately link to this product or service that is providing. So, for example, in iPhone, the color, the logo, the design, everything, wherever you see it, it will click in your mind immediately, that brand. The same goes for Orpea, the letters, the color, all of these things makes the identity of the product. And then the brand image. The brand image takes much more than just the brand color and the brand name. Here we are looking more into everything that is attached to this brand, whether it was the technology, the style, what is it giving this the image of the brand. So this is what will last in the minds of the stakeholders as well. And then the brand promise. And this is something very important. So, all of us, for example, if we think of Nike, we know it's just do it. If we think of McDonald's, it's I'm loving it. And the same goes for Apple. Think different. With Arpia, with you and for you. And this is something very important because this is the promise or what is the value or the proposition that the brand is giving to the customer. So it's a promise that in all the products and all the services, this is what they want and what we want them to remember with you and for you. This is what we are promising the customers. And then the purpose. The question here is how this brand will exist compared to other brands. What is the positive difference that you are giving to people's life from this brand? So for example, for Apple, they want them to empower creativity, exploration, and self-expression as well. For us in Orpea, we want to care and support with continuous improvement in the medical and ethical practices, and all in the safety and well-being of the employees. So this is the purpose of the brand. All of this from branding, brand image, logo, promise, purpose, everything will be the experience, will be the impression that will last in the customer's mind. And this impression can be either very positive or, unfortunately, some companies fail to do that. So, for example, we all know the Johnson and Johnson powder, and at the same time, there was a lot of idea or a lot of research about the use of the one of the ingredients in this baby powder, the asbestos, which was related to diseases. They kept denying it, although it was from 1970s. And then it backfired at the end, and it made a bad reputation for a very well-known product, which is the Johnson. At the same time, another negative impact or impression from the companies, the Malaysian Airlines, because it was well known for many crashes. And when they did the rebranding, they tried to use My Ultimate Bucket List. And of course, this backfired negatively on them because usually people write their bucket list as things to do before they die. So this was a negative impact of the branding and the way they rebranded. On the other hand, we all know the Maggie product and how it was very much related to the use of MSG and the negative effect of MSG. But they realized this and they rebrand their products, concentrating more on the no additives and on using no artificial flavors, no artificial colors, reducing the MSG to just the normal level that is found in the natural product. and they change all their marketing to be from the cupboard or ingredients that is naturally used. So this is where branding had a positive effect on the product itself. So then, for all of these, sometimes companies may need much more than just marketing and printed material. They need ambassadors. So why do companies need ambassadors? Because the reputation and the popularity determine an organization's success to a large extent. It's not enough for the organization to just present themselves in the best possible way. They need authentic and credible voices in the market. They need a personal reference from personal people, because we all know the importance of the word of mouth. And you as a customer or as a patient, whenever you want to look for a product or a referral, you always ask for credible and authentic opinion from friends, from family, from doctors. So that's why it's very important to add this human touch or this human reference to even a product that is in the market. And this is what the branding ambassador is all about. So why do companies need the ambassador? They need it first because this person will give a more human touch. Even if I read many advertisements about many products, I always look for someone who have tried this product or tried this service. So customers and even potential applicants always identify the brand and the companies if they have a face to it, or if they can relate it to a person who has used it. At the same time, the power of the social engagement and the reach is very important. So when you have one ambassador and their circle, it's bigger. So this will be a great way to build awareness of new services and increase referral as well. At the same time, brand ambassador will create much more loyalty to the product, and the loyalty will go beyond the ambassadors and the customers as well in so many different ways, because we can see that the customer loyalty is very important, and it will increase the growth and will maintain it at the same time. Another thing that the company need an ambassador is to become a community-driven brand. We don't want this service or this product to be in a closed circle. We want it to grow more. And these ambassadors can take the product and they can build a community around it. And this community will also promote the product. So we'll have a much more bigger circle. And that's how you expand and more people will know about your service. At the same time, ambassadors will be more passionate and they have authentic voices, and this passionate community will also create an authentic and love for the promotion of the brand, which is a very important way to drive visibility and also reference. So we started with one ambassador, then a community, then this community becomes a city, and this city can become a country and then global, and that's how ambassador can take the company or the product from one place to another. But sometimes ambassadors may go wrong because the company is not completely in control of these ambassadors. You will therefore need to be willing to give your trust to such a qualified ambassadors. So for example, having Tiger Woods as the golfer sponsorship for AT&T, but his personal life or the disclosure of the marital in the late 2009 made a negative impact on the product, and that's why they have to withdraw his ambassadorship. At the same time, the ambassador sometimes will be too strongly tied to your brand. So it will be related to, again, the same point. So this ambassador will be the brand and sometimes may not be able to go around it or go outside the circle. And exclusivity. If the ambassador is not exclusive to this product, he will be talking today about this hospital, another day talking about another hospital, and this is not good. Or sometimes he could be talking about two different products that is not related. For example, they could be talking about a rehab center and then talking about our ambassador for smoking, which contradict itself. So exclusivity is very important, and the way you control the ambassador is very important. And sometimes the ambassador is too strong that the popularity of the ambassador will shadow the brand. So you start remembering, for example, one celebrity, but you don't remember the product. You can remember that this celebrity talks about watches, but you don't know which watch they are talking about. So it's very important to choose the right ambassador for the right product. So now let's talk more about who are the ambassadors and what do they actually do. So a brand ambassador, as we said, represent and advertise the company, support the offers, act as a representative to the identity of the product, whether online or offline at the same time. So that's why ambassador has to be, or they need to like the product in order to succeed. And they also need to be fun and creative about the content and go out of the box when they want to talk about it. They need to be influential at the same time, and they have the power to persuade easily and to the promote, of course, on all their blogs and social media, as I said, online and offline. And that's what makes the ambassadors awesome also. So who can be a brand ambassador? We know that ambassadors can be either a celebrity or influencers. For example, Cindy Crawford with Omega watches, or some companies decide not to go with one celebrity and they work with a group of people. So for example, some football fans, they use them as Adidas used the football fans because they are young and they represent their customer audience. And they used a group of ambassadors of young people to talk about where their brand, talk about it, broadcast it on their social media, so they get a better exposure. So although the ambassadors are not very well known, but because they are many and because they represent the age group and they serve the company, it was a successful branding. At the same time, the company's employee can be the best ambassador because the employees know the company better, and also they can create a team and they can create activities around the product. And also because in every company, no matter how small it is, each employee can also be important to represent the company for recruiting. So if the employee is happy in the company and they start talking about it in a positive way, that will help as well in recruiting more people and retaining more people. And this is one of the most important thing in companies. It's not just to go outside, but also to build it inside. And of course, to be a brand ambassador for your company, you need to, it's not, of course, mandatory, but you need to really pursue an effect and to be convinced and to love your company and to represent it very well. So the company ambassador, what do you need to be a company ambassador? First, you need to have the knowledge and appreciation. In order to represent a company, you really need to be an expert and to know more and everything about your services, not just the services that you provide, but also the other divisions. And you need to have an online presence. You need to be writing more about it in your own social media or creating activities or even representing the company in conferences, talking about it with friends. All of this will help to build, or you can be then a brand ambassador for your own company. Of course, you need to be passionate about it and talk from the heart, and you need to be professional. The way you promote it shouldn't be too obvious as a marketing rather than as an experience. And of course, trustworthy, because both customers and brands, they seek a long-lasting relationship, and not today you're talking about this company and then the other day you're talking differently. And you need to be communicating with also the customers. You need to know what they want so you can build a trust relationship between you and the customer. So there are 5 must-haves to be a brand ambassador. As simple as just greeting everyone around, saying hello. If you see someone lost, instead of just guiding them where to go, you can take them and walk with them to that place. You can just be nice and ask, is there anything I can help you? Anything else you need? So this is where you leave a positive effect, not only on the customers, but also on the other employees around you. And this is how you connect with the patient, with the staff, with the customers. And this is where you give them more reasons also to be part of your company. So what's the benefits of being a brand ambassador? What's the benefit for you as an employee? You will learn new things because throughout the journey of representing your company, you will know more about other activity. You will know more about marketing. You will know more about media and social media. And at the same time, this will help you also to build your own network, to allow other industry leaders to meet you, whether in conferences or through the social media, or sometimes if there are other celebrities and other ambassadors in certain events, you build your own circle. And you grow your own personal brand. So being an ambassador for a company, this will also be very important for you on your CV for other jobs in the future. And you will improve your skill and you will enhance your resume, as I said. So the advantages of being a brand ambassador, you'll be more passionate, professional, you will be looked at as someone who is trustworthy, and you position yourself as a very attractive employer, and at the same time, you will have much more knowledge. So with all of these things, we've known a lot about why it's important to be a brand ambassador and why it's important for the company to be a brand ambassador. So are you ready to be the next brand ambassador for Arpia? With very simple thing, yes, indeed, I'm sure all of us can represent our company in a good way. Thank you.